Let's say this golf course is not fit for him. He's more of an artist than a power player. This golf course usually lends to have a power play.
He's got enough power, though, Todd.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to next year. Aronimik? Okay. No words from you guys. You don't think?
I mean, it's certainly a better fit this year.
Okay.
This is a very tough track for
PGA Frisco, as you mentioned, Paige. The Olympic Club in San Francisco.
Ooh, I would not pick that for Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
I've played there many, many times.
So you're not. We're going to move on. Ryan, who do you like? Who do you think is next to win?
I mean, I was gonna make it a three-peat. It is interesting because if we sat on this desk a year ago and had the same discussion of who's going to win the career Grand Slam next, none of us would have picked Xander Schauffele, and it shows how much headway that he made in 2024. The other major championships that he has not won, he already has a pair of top 3 finishes in the Masters. He's never finished worse than 14th in the U.S. Opens, which is crazy to see how the narrative has shifted around Xander Schauffele. I would still make a case for Jon Rahm. A couple years ago, I thought it probably would have been...
He was my second pick.
...a no-brainer.
Yes.
Just looking at the completeness of his game. But to our earlier discussion, I just think there's so many question marks about whether the live move is going to end up working out for him. With the 54 holes, you know, would Jon Rahm have won more tournaments on live if it was 72? It's just sort of the slow burn of the tournaments, the international travel, the infrequency with which he's playing. I mean, he's spotting the rest of the PGA Tour players who are playing here at the PGA Championship roughly a dozen rounds of competitive golf at this point in the season. And so you're looking at Jon Rahm. He's 30 years old. He's smack dab in the prime of his career. If there is no, partnership or merger between the two tours and he is, quote unquote, stuck on live for the next couple of years, is that going to hamper his major prospect? That's why I think 2025 is such a huge year for Jon Rahm to pick off another one.
All right. I'm going to make my argument. I can't wait to see the eye roll here. I would not be surprised if there is never another career Grand Slam winner. And here's why. Of the first 4 that won the career Grand Slam, Sarahs and Hogan, Player and Nicklaus, the fields were not as deep. They probably had to beat 15 to 25 players that were elite at that level during their time. Tiger Woods came on the scene. The average waist size on the PGA Tour driving range was 36. He obviously has put athleticism into the game. He urbanized and globalized the game of golf. You just look at who won last week. Sepp Straka from Austria. Ryan Fox from New Zealand. So, I mean, it is such a deep, global, athletic game because of Tiger Woods, and I don't know if somebody is going to be that elite to win the career Grand Slam moving forward. I'm not saying it can't happen, very well can, but I would not be surprised if it doesn't.
I think the counterpoint to that is that over the last 13 years, there have only been 2 winners outside the top 40 in the official world golf rankings. One of those is Phil Mickelson, who probably deserves an asterisk because he's one of the all-time greats. The reason that is because there's now more a reliance on speed and distance, and major championships, just like this one, are going to come down to ball striking contests. Ball striking contests favor the best players in the world, and so I think there's going to be a greater concentration of top players winning majors. That's why I think it's still possible.
I think there are a lot of ball strikers out there, and so
elite. We're talking Rory, Scotty, Bryson level ball strikers,
and there's more and more coming. More coming.